There was once a boy named Arham, only 14, who lived in a small, busy town where every moment of life seemed to rush past him. But Arham never felt the rush. For him, time was an endless ocean wide, slow, and always enough. He woke up late every morning, skipped assignments until the last minute, and pushed away responsibilities as if the future would politely wait for him. Whenever his mother reminded him, "Beta, time doesn't stop for anyone," Arham would laugh and say, "Ami, relax. There's always tomorrow, tomorrow." That was the word he trusted the most, without realizing it was also the word that slowly took everything from him. One morning, his teacher announced an important competition. It was a scholarship test, the kind that could change a student's future. Whoever won would get admission to the best school in the city, completely free. Everyone started preparing from that very day, everyone except Arham, while the other kids spent hours reading, practicing, and writing notes. Arham spent his days scrolling through his phone, playing games, and taking long naps. "I'll study later," he kept telling himself. "It's just one test." His friends warned him, "Arham, you'll regret it. This scholarship is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity." But Arham didn't listen. He always believed he had time, too much time. The night before the exam arrived, Arham finally sat down with his books. The pages looked unfamiliar, the formulas confusing, and the lessons overwhelming. He panicked, studying until his eyes hurt, but it was too late. His mind felt heavy and blank. The next morning, he walked into the exam hall tired, unprepared, and shaking with fear. When the papers were handed out, his heart sank. Everything felt foreign. His hands trembled as he wrote. His answers were guesses, his thoughts scattered. He walked out knowing he had failed. A week later, the result was announced. His name wasn't even close to the top. The scholarship went to someone who had studied sincerely from day one. Arham watched the winner's family celebrate. The boy held his certificate with pride, surrounded by cheers and applause. Arham stood quietly in a corner, feeling like the whole world was moving forward while he stood stuck in time. That evening, he walked home slowly. His footsteps were heavy, as if each step carried the weight of regret. When he entered the house, his mother looked at his face and knew instantly. "You didn't make it, did you?" she asked softly. Arham shook his head, tears gathering in his eyes. His mother came close, gently touching his head. "I told you, Arham. Time is the only thing that never returns once it's gone." Her words hit him harder than the failure itself. For the first time, Arham realized that tomorrow wasn't a guarantee, only a hope. And hopes don't work unless you do. That night he couldn't sleep. He kept seeing the winner's smile, hearing the applause, imagining the future. He lost all, because he believed time would wait for him. He lay awake, thinking about how many tomorrows he had wasted. Tomorrow I will start. Tomorrow I will change. Tomorrow I will do better. But tomorrow had quietly turned into today, and today had slipped from his hands. The next morning, Arham woke up earlier than he ever had before. The air felt different. The world outside seemed brighter. His heart felt heavy, but also ready for change. He cleaned his desk, organized his books, and made a schedule. For the first time in his life, he wrote a small note and stuck it on his wall. If you don't respect time, time won't respect you. Every day after school, while his friends played, Arham sat down and studied. While others wasted hours scrolling, he closed his phone and focused. While he used to sleep endlessly, he now slept early and woke early. Slowly, his habits changed. Slowly, he became disciplined. At first, it was difficult. His mind wanted to slip back into laziness, but every time he felt distracted, he remembered the empty feeling he had felt on the day of the results. He never wanted to feel that again. Months passed. His teachers started noticing the change. His mother watched proudly as her son grew responsible and determined. One day, his teacher announced another competition, not a scholarship this time, but a citywide challenge to select the top 10 students for a national event. The entire school buzzed with excitement. This time, Arham didn't wait. He began preparing from the very first day. He made notes, practiced daily, faced every challenge with patience and effort. His friends were shocked. "Arham, you've changed," they said. He smiled and replied, "I learned the hard way. Time doesn't wait." The day of the competition came. Arham walked into the hall calm and confident. When the paper came, he felt prepared. Every question seemed familiar. Every problem felt solvable. When the results were announced weeks later, the school gathered in the courtyard. The teacher read out the names of the students who made it to the top 10. When she said Arham Khan, the crowd erupted in applause. Aram closed his eyes for a moment, his heart filled with gratitude, relief, and pride. This time, the applause was for him. Later, as he walked home, he remembered the boy he used to be, the one who wasted time, the one who failed, and he whispered to himself, "I won, not because I am smart, but because I learned." From that day on, Aram lived by one rule: value your time before life teaches you why, and he never wasted another tomorrow again.